Friday. Welcome to another episode of Cognac Confessionals. I'm your host, Deshaun. Here at Where Media Meets Studios, in conjunction with VJ TV, Feral Films,
Hey.
History in the Making Entertainment, Keep It Cloudy Productions, uh, shit. Uh, Shout out to the Venus Lounge. Shout out to Drop Knock.
Good
Shout out
old
to
job.
Camouflage. Camouflage ain't here tonight. He doing the video shoot.
Man.
And with Mr. Fab today at the pool party. I know, we should be there,
I know it's going to be massive.
Yeah.
But the show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on. If we lucky enough, maybe we might get out of here.
And y'all make sure y'all check out Fly's album, man, because that shit is slap, man. The boy got skills, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Camouflage Real.
Yeah.
Man, he's a real spitter. And he's also putting a lot into it as far as the visuals, the quality, really giving. He's really putting some real effort into giving y'all a truly quality product.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So definitely
shout out to the
homie Camouflage. Yeah, it's Friday, August 9th.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
right?
Interesting week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
You know,
really, man.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week been, man?
Oh man, the week been excellent. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a couple emails. One I've been waiting on, but even though you know some good news coming, when it comes, you still feel And then on top of that, I don't know if it was like the universe was like, okay, let's give this dog a break. And then a whole nother email came from an unexpected source that was like, hey, man, open your piggy bank up. So I'm like, man, hey, I was at work doing that with, what the old ladies be. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. Hey, I was walking around the job on some, I'm blessed and highly favored. I feel good all over. So we been good, man.
Yeah. Shit.
I stole a lot of money from the county today by watching the Olympics on their clock, and I'm here to tell you, man. Shout out to the girl Shikari. She finally came home with that gold medal.
Salute. She did her thing.
Man, the thing is that one thing about watching the Olympics is when you see some of those beautiful sisters from all around the world, and then they open their mouth and they got these accents, because they look like us. But then when their mouths open, they get to talking, and you be like, I don't know what the words she's saying, but she's pretty.
She sound good. And she
right.
look good. I want to know, how do you say I want to fuck in your language?
They even have this one sister, and she got on there and she's talking, and they said she was from Ireland. And I was like, alrighty.
I seen a picture of her. Somebody I know posted a picture of her. Said Ireland. I'm going. And I looked up. Okay. I see.
But I seen her. She's talking, and she really do got
sound
that.
Like one of the Irelands.
Right.
The Blarney Stone.
Where's me gold?
Yeah. I mean, what's been happening in the news?
Shoot, just look like the momentum does shift on that boy Trump, and he seemed to be melting down. Like when Biden got up there and did bad in the debate, it looked like he had it in the bag. Then when they said they was gonna march old Kamala out there, Kamala, however you pronounce it, I'm not quite sure. It still looked like he kind of had it in the bag. Then the assassination attempt and stuff, right? But then since then,
the spitball contest.
Yeah, it looked like the boy basically blowing a 3-1 lead. You know what I'm saying? And and it's funny to watch. I'm a firm belief that it's the left wing and the right wing is the same wing on the same bird. As long as it's fascinating to watch, but to watch in real time, somebody fumble the ball on the 1 yard line. It's funny to me.
Doing the Seattle versus the Patriots.
And I think it's one of those things when he came in 2016, to me, Trump's a corny dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's a prep dude who made a lot of money and he had a lot of fame for being arrogant, but he's still kind of put you like this.
He's Neanderthal.
Back of the things in the 90s where he had his name was ringing, the way he carried himself and the way he talked, if he didn't have bread, we'd be like, just jerk up out of here, right? So he ain't really got the ism. It's the bread. Now, when he came along in 2016, he kind of caught lightning in a bottle. Calling the lion Hillary, the names, the this and that. But then he came again with that same game in 2020. And it didn't quite work for him. And now in 2024, it's like he running the same playbook, the same insults, the same everything.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's him. But he doesn't understand that people evolve.
Right. Like when he was talking crazy in 2016, it was, woo, partner giving him the business.
What the fuck is off his...
But in 2024, hey, man, everybody trying to hear that old shit, man. What is you actually planning to do?
I have the best numbers ever.
And it seemed like, and he's 78 years old.
I have the biggest crowd ever.
Right.
Nobody's ever spoken in front of the crowd.
That man said he had a bigger crowd than Martin Luther King.
I heard, he lost his fucking mind. Yeah.
And it's like it's almost like we seeing a dude that's kind of out of touch with what's happening, still trying to run the same game.
Trying to break.
And then I realized it's that game that he's running worked almost a decade ago, and now
he ain't picked up on nothing.
Right.
Like, you had a long time to get your shit together and figure out some shit, and you coming with the same old rhetoric.
But that's like, I got a partner I just talked to him the other day, and he was kind of bragging to me that he still get down like in the 90s, still dressing whoop, right? And I'm sitting there like, if you only talk to people who was around in the 90s, I guess that'll work, but the world evolves. Exactly. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to catch me in those skinny jeans and this and that, right? But I'm also not going to be out there trying to tell people what's happening because I'm removed from what's happening.
Right.
And that's why sometimes, like when I'm doing these films and things like that, I tap in with younger people because even though I'm sharp, I'm still old. Right. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who's who and what's what.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Trey, Shantae.
See my boy Red watching.
Red Rum, what's happening? Tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, share. What was I watching? I seen something. Dumbass talked about his big ass crowds. The biggest ever. Everything is the ever. Biggest ever. The greatest ever. My numbers are the greatest numbers ever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker is retarded. I know politically correct, and not supposed to say retarded. Right. But I'm sorry, that motherfucker.
But we speaking colloquialisms. You know what we mean.
That motherfucker is.
We ain't talking about actual mentally.
He's a delete for real. I mean, that motherfucker is like he chew crayons.
He coming off like the old dude at the bar that's wondering why the same game he was running back in the days ain't working no more.
I used to get the bitches when I said that.
Yeah.
The motherfucker be like, I got a waterbed. Be like, motherfucker, what? Like, yeah, I got a waterbed.
Hey, I seen on Twitter somebody said old dudes be coming in talking about where the hoes at? Nigga, your daughter's is the hose.
Your daughter is the hose, motherfucker. Your daughter is the hose.
Shantae Neely, hey.
Yeah, but what else? I mean, of course, you got motherfuckers still banging on Kamala.
Yeah,
I spoke to some people.
She's not black.
Yeah,
she locked up people for smoking weed.
I spoke to some people, right, and because I go, me, I go in on both of them because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but
we ain't partisan.
You sound like you for dude. No, just because I'm able to clearly give my opinion and express it like not like a fucking peon, a fucking sheep, don't mean I'm for other dude. I will never be for other dude, but I'm gonna call her ass on her shit.
Exactly, because it's like this. Whereas I feel that she's a better option to do, she's not Caesar Borgia in female form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She at the end of the day, she's a politician too. And
Thank you.
if you're not a certain personality type, you will get ate up in that world. So for her to come from where she's come to be sitting at the pinnacle of that shows me that she's got a certain level of ruthlessness in her. She got a certain level of whichever way the wind blow, I'm going to figure out how to get on that wind. So it's like this. Yeah. You can't necessarily look at, and this when I was a little kid, right?
I respect gangster.
And I tried, I'm not necessarily a little kid. I was like maybe 13. And I started getting sharp because I'm aware of what's happening, right? Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to go to church no more because the preacher this and the preacher that, right? Mm-hmm. And my grandmother sat there and calmly looked at me with a smirk, but I was on some super, yeah, I know what's happening. Oh, that's fake and this and that, right? Mm-hmm. And she said, even if the preacher is fake, the people sitting in them pews, putting in that work in the community, they not. She said, an imperfect messenger could give a perfect message. They could be up there saying all kinds of things and trying to get rich and trying to sleep with half the choir and get a Cadillac, right? Mm-hmm. That don't stop the fact that the true believers. So when it comes to Trump or her, if you get behind them and develop a cult of personality where you following them, then you're a moron. Right. You're a moron because trust me, he ain't who he seen and she ain't who she seen.
Yeah, they all.
But
is wrestling.
So what you got to look at is not this person, but this movement. And I think that the movement that's behind old girl is better for the community, better for the country. I think it's better. If I say I'm gonna support her, it don't mean I think she's some exalted human being, because I think she's a full of shit politician.
Exactly.
But I believe that the people on this side ain't cool. Mm-hmm. So by default I go on this side, but that don't mean you gonna see me sitting here with a Kamala hat and a Kamala flag hanging off the back of my car. Exactly. No, you be a fucking moron. And if you say, oh, she inspires me, or she this or this and that, if your support of her is about her, you're an idiot. Because at the end of the day, she's just an ambitious, AKA, who's done whatever it takes to get into power. So if you supporting her, you're stupid. But if you say, hey, the policies on this side more aligned with my beliefs than the policies on that side, now you've made an intelligent, practical decision. But what politics count on is for you to make an emotional decision. Right. When dude comes and says, they taking your jobs and they this and that, you're supposed to emotionally take that. Or if she come and say, oh, they want to ban abortion and they want to put you back in a cage.
And I made greens in the bathtub.
See, what they're counting on, both sides are counting on you to make an emotional,
irrational
decision. And then that allows them to do whatever. So you need to fall back and make a practical decision. But I'm going to tell you something. Mm-hmm. Me and this dude, we got property. We both just got hit with supplemental tax bills. We both got increased taxes, right? Yeah. So we paying taxes out the neck, right? So one side was so for my own personal good, one side is going to say I'm going to cut taxes. Man, that's what I really need to be rocking with. But I also know that they're going to give 3-strike laws, immunity to the police. No matter what they do, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to erase the system, they're going to get rid of affirmative action, they're going to get rid of all these things. So I make an informed decision that personally, this benefits me more because that puts more money in my pocket, right? Mm-hmm. But for my people, that don't benefit my people, so I'm going to go with my people, so I'm going to vote. So I'm actually going to be voting against my own best interests. But I'm voting on behalf of the people. And that's why I say, whichever one you support, if you support the left wing or the right wing, don't support it out of emotion. Make a practical decision. I know people since COVID was just, I'll do my research. No, man, actually do some research beyond Wikipedia. Really see what this person is saying and see what they've been doing and see if that really aligns with what you believe.
True that.
And then make a move. That's informed and intelligent. Because half of us, not even half of us, 80% of us make decisions on everything in our life based on what we feeling at that moment. Mm-hmm. If we mad or if we happy or if somebody makes us feel good, just...
And the memes that circulated.
Yeah, just apply some type of standard. And when one of them invokes Caesar Borgia, trust me, you don't rise to that level believing in that. So if one of them gets to talking about religion or purity of thought, this and that, they playing with you.
All in your face.
So don't make no decision based on that because they playing with you.
All in your face.
Don't let them play with you. Free Jack, what's up, man? Hey, I seen that throwback picture of you in Miami and making all them major moves. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
Free been on the map for a long time, man. Can't wait to see that new movie, too.
Yeah, and we need to get you back on here, too, bro. So definitely need to put that in motion. So...
And Free is actually making the point that I'm saying. Free says, I think it's a wrap either way because it never affected me because we always got money. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, I've been in that same position. When somebody get to talking about these ones is coming to take your jobs, they ain't coming to take no job I never did. They ain't qualified. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. A lot of y'all need to take this time to improve your skills, whether it's getting some type of actual trade, plumbing, HVAC, something, or getting you some type of degree or something. There's a recession coming. Last recession was in 2008. We're now in 2024. Every 20 to 30 years or so, these type of things coming. Since that last recession that crashed in 2007, a lot of you got to ask yourself, what have you done in that time period to make sure that you got an emergency fund, that you make sure that you got the resources and skills to be able to ride this thing out.
Yes.
And unfortunately,
make sure you got one.
A lot of you since that last recession, since that last crash, have literally done nothing. Y'all don't save no money. You ain't improved your skills. You ain't improved your money-making abilities. So if you take care of yourself, right? Because for cats like us and a cat like Free, they could put Ronald McDonald in the White House. It really don't affect me.
I don't make my money.
But I feel like I'm for the people. But me personally, it don't matter who's president. I'm going to be okay.
Get my coin.
Y'all got to make sure that y'all can say the same. Get you some real estate. Even if you got to go buy a vacant lot in Merced. Get you some real estate and put you up a duplex on it. Save you some money. Get into that stock market. If you regular work at your job, man, take that business management course or certificate or whatever it takes to get into a supervisory position. Do whatever you can to maximize your opportunities. And make sure that when your kids walk out that high school, they not walking out the high school to go smoke weed or join the whatever turf is cracking. Make sure they coming out that mug and they going into either into a university or into a trade school. But something to make sure that if you leave off this earth unexpectedly, they good. That's your job as a parent, to make sure your kids are prepared to face the world. And if you don't do that, because man, a lot of y'all lost houses. A lot of y'all lost everything you had during the crash. A lot of y'all lost shit that you inherited, so you lost with your family's generational wealth. And now here it is 16 years later. Yeah. And many of y'all, if this recession come again, you in no position to deal with it.
Stack your paper. And you know something also about this election shit that's interesting. When the word started going soaring, y'all still need to check into this about the Project 2025. That's when all this other shit started happening.
That's some heavy shit right there. The little bit I've read of it, I don't like none of that.
All of a sudden we had assassination attempts and all this other stuff, and we focusing on...
That man got hit with I know a lot of y'all don't go to the range, but that man supposedly got hit with a 223 in his ear, and a week later, there's no scar.
Y'all fall for anything.
You know what I feel bad about though? Is that while they was pulling up, and you notice he don't talk about it, because what politician wouldn't be milking that they tried to kill me?
Let me show you something.
I feel bad for dude that got
y'all ain't
killed.
can't see this, but look at that.
Mm-hmm.
This is from when I was wrestling. I was in probably 7th grade.
Right.
No, 8th grade. In Roosevelt.
And it's still there. This
is from wrestling, and it was a pin in the person's pocket, my partner Jermaine's pocket. We wrestling, just playing around. He had a pin in his pocket while we wrestling. The pin sliced me on my knuckle.
And
there. I still have the mark.
But this 78-year-old man got hit with a 223 a week ago.
We talking about 30-something years later. I still got the whoop whoop.
Danielle Hibbets is correct. It is Agenda 47. But we just calling it by the name that just kind of got into the media, that 2025. But Agenda 47 is true. And like Danielle is saying about Agenda 47, they so blatant because they know y'all not gonna really look it up and do no research.
What you worried about breakdancing at the fucking Olympics?
Exactly. They really put it out there. Like you could really right now, you don't got to take our word for it. You can really look up Agenda 47 for yourself on that computer that you walk around with in your hand, and you can see that, oh wow, these people is really, really trying it.
In your face. And then remember, you got orange dude was saying not too long ago in one of his speeches, and he was talking, after this election, you won't have to worry about voting.
He's telling you what time it is.
Yeah, y'all got to catch it. It's always in your face. I mean, it's always in your face like a nose. That's the thing about it. Y'all got to pay attention. Stop falling for the okie doke.
I feel bad, though, for anybody that can see what's happening. Because, like me personally, I see what's happening. But sometimes when I have discussions with the very people that this will probably affect the most, they either don't understand or they don't care. I had one tell me that no matter who's president, Jesus is still going to be king. And my thing on that is that it seems like you've heard that saying before. And all I can think about is that
fucking with Caesar Borgia.
You gotta get up and help yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and if you believe Jesus is behind you, then go put in the work, because now you know you can't fail, right? Because Jesus is behind you. Okay. But it's bananas. I just hate. Back in the days, my favorite song was Tennessee by Arrested Development.
Take me to another place.
And he had a line in there. He said, "Why did you give me knowledge, but not give all my folks?" You know, and it was like, it's crazy, because sometimes you could be talking about these things like Agenda 47 or Project 2025, right? And you can see niggas literally looking at you like,
"What's that?"
You know,
you ain't seen, NCAA just came out, man. You ain't get it.
And football starting this weekend.
You ain't watching?
So football starting this weekend, so we really finna have some.
You know, South Sudan damn near beat Dream Team, man. We got to. Yeah. You ain't watching? They give you niggas cake and entertainment.
If y'all don't think on some of these games that they don't go to a cat like, so you got the reps under control. You don't think they don't go to cats like LeBron them, who's a part of the, endorsers and this and that, and they say, "Hey, keep it close." Because a cat like him will understand that they need an underdog story to sell this thing.
Exactly.
I ain't saying they're trying to lose, but keep it close. Let a cat score a couple baskets that wouldn't score, and then people get excited, because they was like, because against Serbia, and the same thing against Sudan, nobody was watching in the first half. They let them teams take a lead.
All of a sudden,
the ratings spike like crazy, because everybody's calling the text, and everybody like, man, they finna lose.
Motherfuckers getting whooped.
And then they close it out at the end, and the way they close it out in the end, we need a couple baskets, they just throw the ball to LeBron, he go to the basket. You be like, Well, he could have been doing that the whole game.
It's like Steph, cook them.
Because to really see, here's the thing. This game been going since the emperors of Rome. Anytime there was famine, anytime there was things that people wouldn't happen, the emperor would go throw games.
Yep. Come to the Coliseum.
And then people would forget and everybody be happy. Mm-hmm. That's the same thing with this.
The Olympics. You
need a dramatic. If people need to be distracted, you use athletes and movie stars to give some type of spectacle, and then everybody's sedated. It's the opiate. Everybody's sedated.
And let them eat cake.
And then you look up 6 months from now.
Hey, how'd that happen?
Whoever was the elite is still the elite.
Wait a minute. Now, what they mean that?
Oh shit, Danielle got deep on us. Danielle is talking about post-traumatic slavery syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what, Danielle? To be honest, I don't think that they are ready for that, because there's some people that not only not know about it, but if you told them about it, they would be still in denial, or they would think you're crazy.
Man, you tripping. What you talking about?
Yeah, post-traumatic slavery syndrome.
That don't happen. I wasn't a slave. I ain't product of none of that. They be all on that bullshit, not knowing that, yes, motherfucker, you.
I got a homegirl at work that started talking about how a lot of us, she was saying black men. At first I thought it was going to be a bash black men session. And she was, melanated men. She was like, no, I'm not bashing. She said, but there are a lot of brothers who don't necessarily have a problem with white supremacy. Mm-hmm. They don't have a problem with that. The problem is their actual position in it. Mm-hmm. And if they were to be elevated,
I want to be closer to the house.
If they were basically a house, if they were elevated,
some Motisa,
then they would be
the Moyaxa,
right? If they were to be the elevated within,
can I get a liquor named after me, sir?
And it's almost like too many of us who can make a difference, and sometimes many in the entertainment world. As long as they got theirs, everything is cool. Right.
Yeah.
In fact, speaking of him, I just seen a tearful interview that one of his concubines just did, the Carisha girl from the City Girls.
Oh.
And she was basically begging for grace and empathy, and she didn't know what time it was with she didn't know what time it was with him, and I'm like, everybody else around him seemed to know what time it is. Mm-hmm. Just face it, you was riding Rolls Royces and chilling, and it was cool.
Yeah, she catching the strays from her association there, but shit, she was with it. She was part of it. Mm-hmm. Yes or no, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't.
Well, just like with the R. Kelly dude, all these people
they was
a lot of people saw them people on that surviving R. Kelly and was
like,
calling them brave.
I'm like, the motherfucker be in jail too. You was a fucking
enabler. People was calling them brave for coming forward, this and that, and I'm like, no, they was enablers.
Your money ran out, or you got reached with the this shit gonna trickle down to you. If you start yapping now, cooperate. You can be on the light.
And that's the very definition of a rat. A rat will do anything to save itself, gnaw off its own arm if it got to its trap. And a
wolf will do that.
And that's where, and the people that was, because when R. Kelly was participating in certain behavior, when Diddy was doing certain things, both of these guys got 20, 25 years of this type of behavior. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, everybody wants to get in front of a microphone and condemn them and talk about, I've seen him do horrible things. You still was kicking it?
Do shit?
And you still was kicking it?
Like
you ain't cool either.
Which one of the youngsters you had?
You ain't cool either, right?
Yeah, motherfuckers be a whole lot of motherfuckering.
And then since we're on bad news, it's my bad news to report that the legendary rapper Blueface was sentenced to 4 years today. And the legendary and his girlfriend and baby mama, the legendary Chrisanne, is facing 8 years.
Oh damn!
And on one hand, I saw a lot of videos of Blueface, so let me tell you something. In my
That's just the
humble
industry.
opinion,
That's the industry making sure they don't get a reality show now, but maybe down the road after.
After serving that time.
Niggas
Now, in my humble
have a
opinion,
reality show like Bobby and Whitney.
in my humble opinion, I think Blueface relished in being a moron. But on the flip side, to see a black man go from the potential to have that level of money, that level of success, that ability to be able to make a difference in his family's life, to go from that to sitting some years in the prison is really tragic. And it just goes to show, man, if y'all get a chance to come up, keep some wise counsel around you, because so many young brothers get a hold to that money, and there's these groupies and there's this fame, and you start catering to your own worst impulses. And the end result is then people end up with all your money, they end up with your property, and you're in prison. And some people and your own people are laughing at you and smirking with you without realizing that anytime one of you come up, anytime one of you really start eating, there's going to be about 20 or 30 people trying to leech off you, take advantage, this and that. So you're going to have a damn near army against you. So you got to choose wisely. Because you could really look up and look around, and there's nobody around you that you could consider a day one. But if you want to do some coke, your day one might be like, man, you tripping. But this other dude is, I'll just get it for you.
I got it. I came with it. I just waiting for you to be ready.
This other dude might be, you might look at some ratchets, this and that, but your day one might be like, hey, dog, be cool, man. I don't think that's cool, man. In fact, you should probably just go into the house, man. I think you could get called up over there. But that other dude, I'm going to hook it up, baby. Just make better choices.
Please.
Protect yourself. And always remember, nobody's coming to save you. So save yourself.
Yeah, ain't no pie in the sky. Y'all keep falling for that shit if you want to.
Man. Hey, willing to sacrifice it all.
That's just, I mean, what else been going on?
You know, just between the Olympics and that, man, I ain't really seen too much. So they have truly got us distracted.
I know what I saw, and this is very interesting. There's 2 cats on the International Space Station that's stuck because they got there's 2. See this, this is shit that y'all need to be watching. This shit. There's 2 motherfuckers that's stuck on the space station. They were just supposed to be up there for 8 days, they say. And because of they having some something going on with Boeing, the ship, whatever they were supposed to bring back, there's some complications, whatever. Shit don't work. They can't put no duct tape on it and fix it and get back.
Wow.
But they can't come back till probably February of next year.
So they're supposed to be there for 8 days, and now they got at least 6 more months.
Yes.
In limbo.
Yeah, because some shit with Boeing.
Shout out to them.
And the thing is, they have to probably have Elon Musk's jet thing go up there, which his shit ain't scheduled to go till 2025. But they talking about February is when they can probably get back. Could you imagine you going to work, tell your girl like, hey, babe, I'll be back in a week or so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. It's good. I get back, be ready to do that thing I like. And then just, no, nigga, 8 months.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? He can't even call her. It ain't like he can call her and be like, hey, babe, these motherfuckers ain't came in for a shift.
Right.
I'm sorry.
It's like going on a cruise. We're going on a 7-day cruise.
And the cruise gets stuck. Everybody on the cruise sick.
And then they say,
y'all niggas got to stay out in the sea. Just y'all niggas
for
ain't
6 months.
Yeah, you
for
niggas
6
stay
more
out
months.
there. You imagine that? Get on the little cruise Wi-Fi, hit your man. I ain't go. Yeah, my birthday.
And you ain't got no privacy on the spaceship because they always observing you.
Everything.
So even when you sitting on the toilet, Hey, 6 months you can't rub one out. You just,
I'm just
you
saying.
just
Could you imagine?
Whoop.
You just be like, nigga, I'll be home in 2 weeks. You know, they got because then they got to quarantine for however long, maybe after when they come back from space. I'm sure.
Right. So it ain't like you getting off the spaceship and going to the house.
Not the spaceship, but I mean the underwater facility where they filmed the space shit at. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. They like, oh no, we can't. They stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody done fucked up the filter in the pool where they film it at.
Right. Somebody peed in the pool.
Somebody peed in the pool. Now all your shit. Actually, also something else I seen was interesting, but I ain't researched it, but somebody showed. I seen a clip of some footage of, I guess it was China's footage from space, and the damn, I'll show you on my phone. I think if I saved it, but I think I sent it to the group. The footage, you know, most of the footage that you see from space shows the roundedness, you know, because of they talking about how the Earth is a globe and all this shit. It's always shit rounded. This shit just looked, it was flat. And so I'm reading the comments of the video and shit. And they like,
started.
Hey, the shit was funny though. You know, I'm like, wow, you know, but we worried about if Kamala's black and if Trump got.
And they might be lying to us about the whole universe. Maybe Terrence Howard was right.
Yeah. And then, you know, somebody also allegedly went past the wall in Antarctica or whatever, and, you know.
Hey, that's illegal.
Can't do that. It's not. You guys weren't agreed to do that. You guys.
You know what's funny about Antarctica is a lot of y'all need to research that, because here's the thing with Antarctica. You got all these countries that supposedly at war with each other.
But they all got bases on one continent, chilling, researching.
Exactly.
How you my enemy, but nigga, hey, hold on a second. Remember the cartoon we watched when we was kids?
Oh,
good night, Ralph. Good night, Sam. We beefing all day. Nigga, clock out. Good night, Sam. Good night, Ralph.
And just for a little bit more for the conspiracy theory, the Nazis was the first ones to establish bases up there. And there's so some people say there's a reason why it's illegal to go parts of Antarctica. Like you said, somebody went past the wall. That's not legal. But here's the thing: past the wall, Russians and Americans, people that's supposed to be killing each other and hating each other, are all up there working together. But the regular people in the world, especially here in America, are not gonna say, "Hey, man, what's really going on up there in Antarctica?"
Over there, up there, down there, over there. You'll get that at 3 in the morning.
It's like there's a lot of things going on this earth. Like sometimes people say when somebody says Earth is flat or this and that, right? People immediately dismiss you like you're a moron, right?
Yeah.
If you say, "Hey, that painting that y'all been praying to is really a dude's son."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That the other dude thought was cute.
You tripping. That's dude. That's him.
But if you really understand the way this thing goes,
how dare you?
Some people be like, "Oh, we used to talk about secret societies and build it like you're dumb." But there's enough evidence, in my opinion, to show that there's groups of elites for hundreds of years that have been kind of controlling this thing and getting information, and they really rely on, I hate to call people sheep, but they really rely on you. And why is the term sheep so relevant? Because if one sheep starts walking this way, all the sheep walk this. So if you can convince that first, and that's the purpose of a shepherd, you convince the first one, come this way, the other sheep be like, "Oh, that's what we doing?" They don't ask no questions. They just start walking too.
Or lemmings.
Yeah, so if you want to walk them off a cliff, or if you want to walk them to a slaughterhouse, or if you just walking them over to get something to eat, sheep are going to follow the crowd. So there's a lot of things that seem to be going on in this world that we've been trained to believe is nonsense or to not even question. But it just seems like this thing is a lot deeper than what's let on, because there's too many things going on in different places that you have to say, "Hey, man,
how they unearthing these places with these big ass steps?" And it's like, we can't. how we get? Y'all ain't ready for that one. Big ass swords getting unearthed. Who the fuck carry that?
I had a debate on this. One of my partners was talking about Afghanistan and this and that there was maybe larger individuals that wielded those swords, right?
Hey, and dinosaurs are chickens.
Yeah. Yep, and pigeons.
Yeah.
But there's other people that say, okay, well, once you take the hype and all that aside, when you look at people like the Mandinka tribe in Sudan, which the average height is like 6'9", this and that, right? And they, like, it's nothing to be 7 feet tall in those particular tribes. And then if you trace their history, they will say, well, we are descended from people that was 11, 12 feet tall, who then combined with that, and we're the offspring. So that we're not that tall because they combined with regular people.
Right.
But if you look and you realize that there's whole tribes.
Like, I want to fuck one of them. And they're like, you're not supposed to fuck them. And it's like, no, I'm feeling it. I want to go fuck one of them little people. And so they came and fucked one of them little people. And it was like, hey, you got to fuck the little people, man. And then a few of them get, y'all ain't ready for that shit.
But if you look up and you realize that there are tribes on this earth that everybody's 7 feet tall. The women is even damn 7 feet tall. So then, how's it far-fetched that they say our ancestors was 11, 12 feet tall? And then when you realize that there was 11, 12 feet tall people, then you realize that these myths about giants and stuff like that ain't necessarily myths. So when you see a sword that stretches from here to the door, who the fuck carrying that? An 11-foot tall man.
Motherfucker.
And then you say, well, wow, history books don't tell us that. They don't teach us that in history.
They tell you what they want you to know.
They teach you that Columbus discovered this joint and he never stepped foot in America.
Not even one.
They teach you about the pilgrims and this and that. But here goes the thing. But if you go over to Norway, the Dutch would be like, man, we was there trading with them people 200 years before Christopher Columbus. The Dutch, the Norsemen, the Vikings and stuff was already there. Then you go to parts of Africa, and they got stories of how they sailed over here and got to kicking it with the Indians. And you say, oh, that's made up. But then you go down to South America, and they got statues.
You got more pyramids.
That's obviously black people.
Right.
So Africans was in.
There's more pyramids over here than there are in Africa.
Yes. There's even pyramids in North Dakota. There's pyramids in South America.
There's pyramids in China.
Yeah.
There's pyramids throughout Asia. Japan. There's pyramids everywhere. But, y'all, there's pyramids in Antarctica.
But they tell you that there's only pyramids in Egypt. They tell you that the Africans and the Vikings wasn't here before Christopher Columbus just happened to sail. But you know the reason why Christopher Columbus was confident about sailing? Because it was already people that already came here.
He had a Moor that was on his boat. That was his guide.
Man.
You know,
but we say all that to say that whenever these people tell you certain things, take it with a grain of salt. And when somebody does tell you things that are against what you've been taught through elementary, instead of dismissing it, see what you can do to confirm or deny to your own belief as opposed to knee-jerk. That ain't true.
That's some bullshit.
Because Mrs. Willems in the 3rd grade didn't tell me it was true.
It's like the old school game. Remember when we was kids, elementary school, we played Oregon Trail.
Yes.
And if you was in the elementary school, it was I loved
that's the first computer game.
But
well, I don't know if it was the first, but it was the first a lot of us got exposed to.
They put in our classroom. They had a wall. They had the whole United States, and everybody had their figure. If you ended up dying, you put where you would die at on the classroom on the board.
Because Lewis and Clark discovered everything.
Yeah, they had Pocahontas. She went willingly.
Man, what they was that's wicked. That's really wicked, the things they used to sell us.
Cowboys and Indians.
And many of y'all are still most of y'all stopped paying attention to school after middle school. So most of y'all, even if you finished high school, most of your education really only goes up to the 7th grade. And some of us be 50 years old still operating off of what we learned at the age of 12.
Limited knowledge. Just like Cowboys was melanated people. That's where they started. Term was Cowboys. But you look at Cowboys, you think about that whack ass team that don't play in the city that they claim. The star in their helmet, and you think of white guys.
The Arlington Cowboys.
I'm just saying that whack ass team.
You know what's really funny is that
with the owner with the Botox.
When we was little kids and we was playing Cowboys and Indians, it was John Wayne against another white dude painted red.
Exactly. You know, I mean, y'all study your history, man. Also something interesting I seen, and this will really give you something. So BlackRock and what's the other company? They just bought or buying. I don't know if they bought it or buying it. The Ancestry.com shit. So now they finna have all y'all DNA. Y'all, what that look like?
Now, I got a confession to make about that. I have a complicated family tree. And in regards to parentage, in regards to missing siblings, things like that. And I literally, over the years, have paid thousands of dollars in private detectives and everything like that to try to
trace your
put this
family
thing together.
You need to trace your lineage. I'm not. That's
so when Ancestry came along, I gave them my DNA, and it actually worked out for me because it established certain things, and I've also found siblings and stuff like that, right? But the other hand, though, is that I gave them people my DNA.
Exactly.
I did it because I was desperate, but on the other hand, I did it because I was emotional and I was desperate. But looking at it from a logical point of view, I gave these people my DNA, and now they've sold it to someone who's going to use it.
Again, create weapons. Again.
And not only did I give these people my DNA, I didn't even put up family trees and stuff like that. So even if they're not looking for me, they're looking for my third cousin, they can now use my DNA to track them down. Exactly. So on one hand,
it's a double-edged sword.
I was desperate.
It's a double-edged sword.
But on the other hand, I really sat there and gave these people my DNA.
We've traced our family through regular traditional ways as well. Always had a lineage of who, but through that too with some of my family members, and I can go all the way back to I want to say 17 something.
Okay, farthest I can go back is 1820.
If I'm
so if they ever came with reparations, you could say,
we have on one side of the family, I can go back all the way to one of Pilgrim George Washington's cousins, who was the family that owned the family was one of his slaves, and he didn't beat his slaves. George Washington's cousin. I can trace back all the way there
to pretty much the start of this corporation.
Yeah,
I can trace my lineage back to Crispus Attucks, the man who, according to legend, who knows the real story, but according to the legend, that sparked it off.
He was the first person to die.
But me and you can both trace our families back to the start of this the start of this corporation. Now, I don't realistically think that. Don't get me wrong, I believe in reparations. But I don't think realistically it will ever happen. But if it did, you can show your lineage. I can show my lineage. And I advise y'all, if any of you out there is trying to trace your lineage, don't give them people your DNA. Do whatever you can.
That's a double-edged sword.
Do whatever you can. And sometimes it might take And what frustrated me is I had the type of grandparents and older aunts who wasn't willing to forthcome, because now that I have my DNA and now that I see who's kin and who popped up this and that, and who didn't pop up is related, I understand now that they was too embarrassed that so they never gave us the real on certain things happen, because now they looking like. But they don't understand. You might be 80 years old, and of course you big mama, you this and that, right? But I'm a dude who deal with facts, and I understand that you wasn't a saint when you was 24. You see what I'm saying? So some of them want to preserve this image because, say, I might have been born when you was 55, so I've only known you as this
person from 55 up.
Respectable.
Who are you 53 and under?
Yeah. See, I've only known you as deaconess, this, whoop-de-whoop, right? But 23-year-old you might have went to the bar and blood got to pop in his collar.
Hey, 14-year-old you back in them days was probably fucking.
Hey.
For apricots and loquats
and
back
this
in the day.
And this other niggas and this other brother slid through
1800s and shit.
And this other brother slid through, but you showed this brother over here that he was the father, and 60 years later, but in reality,
it was that motherfucker who carried your books from school.
You know, like for instance, and then there's other things. Like for instance, I just discovered my grandmother had my mother when she was 15. My grandfather was 24.
That's not uncommon in melanated history in this country.
But my grandfather was 24.
Damn.
I never knew, but putting together the whole family tree and then looking at the age, I realized, man, she was 15. She was 15 when she was pregnant, and she just turned 16 when she had the baby. And dude was 24, about to be 25. And then I look at one of my other aunts that was born, and after that, and the percentage on the DNA shows me that she wasn't full blood to this one. So, okay, so grandma had a kid basically at 15 by this dude. She married this dude, but then obviously had a kid by somebody else at 17. But that's not something that, they would want to admit. But I don't want to do this to put grandma on blast, like, oh, grandma was a hoe. Exactly.
In the heat of the moment, we
exactly
slipped and fell into some pussy because accident. Oops, I'm sorry, I won't do that again.
Because grandma at 85 was truly a saint.
Yeah,
and I worship grandma, but I'm intelligent enough to know that grandma had to grow to be that person.
Exactly.
And grandpa was taking advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't giving him no.
Yeah, that nigga was doing shit too.
We ain't giving him no passes either. And then I have people that's popping up as second cousins and first cousins. In fact, there's a cat, I don't say his name, but he's pretty prominent here in the Bay Area. And me and him was already friends on Facebook. And he hit me and said, "Hey man, we cousins." And I looked on the ancestry, and sure enough, me and him was a match. But the thing is that on his family tree that he knew about, that he had put up on the thing, in my family tree, nobody matched.
But that data don't lie.
Right. So either somebody in his family stepped out, or somebody in my family stepped out, because there ain't no denying me and him is cousins. But his family tree go back hella far, and my family tree, and it don't. And so I can't make
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Exactly. So I ain't here to judge nobody, but the thing is that me and this person have interacted on several times.
Yeah.
And we've linked up at Jeffrey's and this and that. We've had drinks together.
That's old school.
Me and this cat know each other, been knowing each other, and then the ancestry comes and says, "Hey, y'all related?" And we sitting there like, "Hey, we done known each other for 20 years. What the fuck, how we can? We don't got the same grandfather. We don't got the same, you know what I'm saying?"
I got a few partners that we've been tight. I'm 49. I'll be 50 in December. That I've been.
And we doing the big for that too. Y'all invited.
I can go back damn near 40 years knowing these cats, and because we do look at family stuff, and then come to find out, nigga, we related. Like, damn, nigga, we related. But we've been solid tight since elementary school.
They say you can't pick your family, but these is people that
and
you couldn't pick because y'all been cool.
A few. We like, wait a minute, dude. We always called each other cousin, but we like, no, nigga, we are really related.
And then you realize that somebody in the previous generation or the generation before that wasn't forthcoming on what's really going on.
No, we just like, damn.
Ain't that wild?
Yeah. That's what's good, Vaughn. Mr. Trapper, what's happening?
Hey, Trap, what's cracking, man?
Yeah, you know, we just sitting here about to let y'all have y'all Friday. Just, you know, talking some shit.
Trap, all right with me, man.
Always. We got to get him back on here again too, man. We got to set that up, man.
Trap know we got an open door policy for him, and we ain't seen no parts of Trap.
Yeah, let's make it happen, bro. Shit, what's coming up? What you got?
And shout out to Brother Broski.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm waiting to hear back from David Roach, but it looks like A Horror in Oakland is going to be premiering at the Oakland Film Festival in the mid-September. Okay. And I'm gonna let y'all know the actual dates and this and that, and be probably at the Grand Lake. So everybody just, you know, don't meet me there, beat me there. And you know, and hopefully if it go down again, we'll do the red carpet.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because for my sister's keeper, you know what I'm saying, we had set up on the red carpet. You had got a lot of good interviews.
Yeah,
and
do that.
You know, and a lot of our peoples came out, and it was damn near like a family reunion.
Exactly. And that's what we need to have more, family reunions. That if we had more family reunions, don't get me wrong, some places they do have them. But if family reunions was prevalent like they used to be, there'd be no need for Ancestry.com, and there'd be no need for Blackstone and all these other organizations paying them and having control of your DNA.
Yeah, because I just recently went to one of my older relatives
this
about 3 weeks ago.
Hey, I know you in Brazil. I know. I saw your story, your FaceTime. I see you. My guy be out there traveling. Hey,
he in the club right now with the horse.
He's stupid. I need to do a road trip with you, bro.
One of my 75-year-old...
My wife let me. I already got passed for guys trips, so yeah, we can do that.
One of my 75-year-old relatives just passed away down in Bakersfield, right? So I got on the freeway to go down there and pay homage, right? Well, I see some folks that I know from here in the Bay also there. And they like, oh, this is my great auntie too. So I'm like, I've been knowing you.
Yeah.
How I not know that this is your great auntie and this is also my great auntie. And so basically, at least in my family, and I need everybody else to do better, but in my family, the closest thing we have to family reunions is when one of the elders die, and if everybody come from far and near, then you be like, "Hey, I know you. Oh, we can." And that's how you know such and such. And some of us who have never met before, that's how we meet. We meet at funerals. Or, you know what I'm saying, or we solidify the bonds because there might be a cousin that I ain't seen since 1996. But even if it's nothing different than going out to, what's that park out in Hayward that people used to go to?
Kennedy.
Yeah. If it ain't nothing but going to Kennedy Park, getting up early and throwing some ribs on the grill, tap in with all your peoples and say, hey, y'all come on out, and y'all also tap in with any other cousins that I don't know, and y'all have a minute. It don't take no elaborate planning, but just let the family know each other and bring the kids out. Pay $300 to have a jumper and have the kids come out so they can at least one day be like, hey, I know you, ain't we cousins? Because
hey, that's what we used to do. Like, you know, I had 4 deaths in the family in 30 days. So
I remember that even small children. Man, you was in my prayers on that.
So, and the cold part about it, all the deaths were women. So the youngest 18 months to over 75, 80 years old. That it just the age range of the deaths in the family. And you know, while we had one funeral, a couple of days after the funeral, another one died.
I remember that.
And my grandmother's sister was the last funeral we just had. So my grandmother's still alive, and her sister's still alive. It's only 2 of them left that's the elders, you know. And
Our grandma's next birthday, the whole family need to come together.
Oh, she's Gemini. That's June next year. We definitely. But those are the things, and we talk about that. It's like, man, we back to. And my grandmother is damn near 90, and still alive, living at home, not in no care facility, living in the house that she paid for. Yeah,
still sharp.
You know, but it's like, damn, she. And I tell my kids, I'm like, that's their great grandmother. Like, my great grandmother passed when I was 13.
I never got to meet my great grandmother.
I'm like, shit.
I never met my grandmother.
Finna be 25 and 24 this year, and one is 19 this year. I'm like, y'all
blessed.
For real, for real.
So I never even met any of my grandmothers.
Oh, yeah, I met all mine.
And you know, the funny thing about what he's saying is that this one thing thinking, because at this funeral that I went to, I realized something. I got cousins that we spent damn near every weekend together. We knew each other, everything like that, right? We spent a lot. We was heavily involved in each other's lives growing up, right? Even fought motherfuckers because, well, I'm gonna go get my cousin, whatever, right?
Yeah, the good shit.
But we got kids, who have never met each other.
Oh, for sure. And don't fuck around and be out there at the club. She be like, man, who? Then you come like, nigga, that's your cousin.
Man.
Nigga, that'd be some awkward shit. You niggas y'all better keep in touch with your family. You don't want no weird shit.
And I don't even know where the disconnect happened. Because we, as cousins, we grew up.
Your cousins were your first best friends.
But then we got grown some kind of way and ended up having kids. Like I said, our kids don't even know each other. Like they wouldn't, if they all walked into a restaurant together, they wouldn't even know who's who.
Yeah.
And I don't even understand how that could have even happened.
Shit then got weird. But we're going to bring that shit back as a melanated community eventually. Y'all quit falling for the okie doke. But
family is everything.
Everything.
At the end of the day, when you can take the money, the wealth, the property, this and that, man, at the end of the day, man, somebody that genuinely loves you for you and you love them for them is really everything.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
and Mark Anthony gonna learn to get off them hoes and get him a respectable woman.
Leave them hoes alone, man.
Get off them hoes and get you in the big ass country of Brazil, there's one respectable girl who wants to get her a green card. Go find her.
Fuck it, get you a polyamorous relationship. Them crank.
No, man. Mark need him a good woman who gonna just be a good woman.
Ain't nothing wrong with the polyamorous world, y'all. Understand it.
No, don't give this nigga no ideas. Hey, while you in Brazil, man, get you a good girl.
I ain't in one, but I'm just saying.
Get you a good girl from the country.
I ain't hating on the people that do it.
That wants to come to America and will look the other way while you live in your wild lifestyle of coke and
need niggas on 90 Day Fiance. Them bullshit ass shows. But anyway. So, we got September for the Oakland Film Festival.
Yeah, and the next couple weeks I'm going to I'll be able to give the actual dates.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it ain't one because I got a business trip out of town I got to be on. So
most likely, I think it's that weekend of the 15th. That's what I'm thinking.
No, that's my trip.
Ain't this about a bitch?
No, I hope it ain't. Please don't be. Damn, yeah. Ooh.
Hopefully it'll be one of the weekday before, because I think last time the opening night was like on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
I'm gone from
the whole week.
No, I'm not going the whole week.
Okay,
but man,
I'm praying.
I need to be there. But anyway, tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey, you can find me across the board at Feral Films, literally on TikTok, Instagram, everything, Feral Films. And before we go, I just want to give one more shout out to my boy Rail, who's over there suffering with being surrounded by models.
Models at the pool party right now. I know we should be there. He doing him and Fab doing the pool party, doing the video shoot, catch Flodge at Camouflage. Across the board, KAMMAFLAGE.
Yeah.
I'm Deshaun. You can catch me, Cognac _Confessionals. on IG, Cognac Confessionals on Facebook, and you can
Mhm.
always find me in your bitch dreams. Why? Because that's where I reside. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it in the buck. You know what I'm saying? I'm humbly cocky. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling it like it is. But
in the mortal words of Kendrick, sometimes you got to pop out and
show niggas. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all continue to tune in, like, subscribe, share the page. You know, blow the viewership up. Watch the show once, watch it twice, watch it 3 times. Tell a friend. If you got a business, anything you doing, you feel you want to be on the show, come talk to us, man. Message one of us.
We talk back.
We sure do. Definitely. Want to appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in, because you could be doing anything on a Friday, but you chose to tune in with us. And I humbly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
We respect it.
Yeah, so I'm going to let y'all have y'all Friday. Go out there and chill. Is Summer Jam this weekend, or is it next weekend?
Next weekend.
Oh, it's next weekend. Okay.
No, actually,
it's this weekend. It's tomorrow.
This weekend. In fact, Fab's pool party
is the
kickoff.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, y'all, that's going to be pretty big. You know what I'm saying? Majority of Bay artists, you know, y'all go check that out. Salute and shout out to all them cats. 40, all them. I don't know who all them thing. I ain't gonna act like I do know. Just but shout out to everybody that's
hopefully everybody go out, have a good time, and make it back home safe.
And to definitely get well soon to the legend Double R. I seen that video. That was pure sportsmanship, ultimate sportsmanship when he was down and still was freestyling. That was, you know, shout out to the Double R legend all day.
Hey,
you know.
Still was smooth with it.
That is a rapping ass
and,
nigga.
And you know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Prayers up to Shantae.
Mm-hmm.
And prayers to Shantae Neely. And also
I shared her
prayers
GoFundMe.
to Deshae, because she's launching some businesses, and Deshae Carter.
Oh, okay.
And y'all go to her page and support what she got going on. It's really inspiring.
Sexy Mark, what's happening? Thank you for tuning in, sis. I see you. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all go have fun. Be safe. Y'all continue to be entertained by the Olympics and all that other propriety shit that they give y'all. Yeah, but now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. Hey, catch y'all next week, man. Y'all be safe.
Amen.
That shit stop.